Welcome back. Time now is 7:20 on this Saturday, July 2nd. Well, 2 heat-related deaths, hundreds of Dallas apartment residents without air conditioning, and then the awful story of Greenville's police K-9 succumbing to heat inside a patrol car. Now, these are just some of the headlines News 8 has covered this week as temperatures soar close to 100. And folks, as Colleen has mentioned throughout our newscast today, there's no relief in sight. But there is a free program in Dallas helping its most vulnerable residents stay cool. And depending on your need and your income, you could qualify to receive one of these free fans or air conditioner units, but you have to qualify. Now, Robert Carpenter, President and CEO of VNA's Meals on Wheels, joins us with more on this. Robert, thank you for coming in this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We're glad to have you. Meals on Wheels, a lot of people associate your agency with simply just delivering food, but last week alone, we checked, you delivered 70 fans and 80 air conditioners. Are people finding you, or are your volunteers that participate in this go out in the community, they see the need and then they come back and tell you?
It's mostly our volunteers who are our advocates as well as the advocates for the recipients. That's where we get most of the contacts. Okay. But sometimes it's the state agencies will call because the state has cut back on its funding to find out if there's some help that we can give.
Well, a lot of people may not realize that Meals on Wheels doesn't only provide food, but you will provide free air conditioning units, free fans. How do folks qualify? Is there a priority list, and is it free?
Well, it's a definite priority list, and to the extent, yes, it is free if we have the resources and the volunteers who will help do it. Also, we have partnerships and relationships with Dallas County, with TXU, and with Community Services Foundation, which is an HVAC volunteer contractor group that we work with.
So could someone who's watching this morning, can they contact VNA Meals on Wheels directly if they needed an air conditioner or a fan?
They can directly, but then we have to vet them. We have to determine where they stand on the priority list.
And you have to make sure that this is not someone who just wants to capitalize off of a free program. You have to really check and make sure they qualify.
We really do, because the need is greater than we're able to provide, but because of that we have to make sure that nobody's taking advantage of their neighbor.
The priority, is it just this program, is it strictly for the elderly, or this covers whomever as long as you vet them and they meet your requirements? We
try, because of limited resources, to limit it just to the elderly or disabled.
Okay.
If anybody's able-bodied and lives in a reasonable home, then we don't let them qualify.
And if someone doesn't need an air conditioner or a fan, they can still help you provide these services to the community.
They certainly can. They can make a difference in one person's life if they can willing to donate or volunteer. And
I know that you've had instances where your volunteers have gone out and they've actually found some residents who are in homes without any air conditioning, temperature soaring inside the home about 85 to 90 degrees. That's hot.
It is. And the best way to describe it is if you go out into your garage in this heat and you think to yourself, what happens if I have to live in this environment? Well, there are a lot of people that do exactly that each day because their home doesn't have insulation. They have to keep it shut because they don't live in a safe environment. And that's the kind of environment they live in, is their garage.
Well, Robert Carpenter, we certainly appreciate the work that you and VNA Meals on Wheels does for the community. Again, if you need a free air conditioner or a fan and you think you can qualify, contact the agency directly. We've made it real easy for you to do it. Just simply go to our website at WFAA.com.